Yeah. Of course, now you can say you never told me because the whole part of me reading and pasting everything is missing. Although if the trap is magical, it might make something to Texas. I don't know. That was a random. When they come to level 3, this was an image. No, it's just artwork from the module. I just put it in there because nothing. Shut up. Maybe. Shut up. Wait, I thought his. So you guys are hold still for a sec. You guys are. Oh, Hank moved. I said hold still and he moved. Now I don't know what to do. Well, Hank, that's fine. I'll just move this here. Um, you were bringing up there you go, Hank. There was you guys were sitting there and you were casting your spells and you were looking around a bit, and as you start marching out, Hank had been at the rear. Sorry, there's something weird going on in my house. Um, and as he kind of hears some scraping noises behind him, and he looks, and there's a big troll kind of lumbering down the hall, uh, grinning at him. Right now, all it sees is Hank. I'll just. All right. So you're just moving this turn. Well done. Well said. Well said, sir. Okay. Well, actually, give me a surprise roll. Now that I think about it. Yeah, just Hank. All right. Yeah, nobody's surprised, so no big deal. So you just kind of step back and say troll, and you're waiting. All right. Well, how about since nobody's really surprised, you can kind of position yourselves where you want to be. You you hear you hear his voice in like broken common saying, "I smell human blood." And as he gets closer, he goes, "Elf blood too." He ends. I think probably we'll just roll initiative here instead. Or are you guys literally just waiting in the hallway? He probably gets to about there and looks and sees there's like, 7 of you or whatever it is. 8. 8 of you. Yeah. Let's see how smart he is. Hmm. Was anyone holding a ranged weapon shot or spell or something? We don't really need a nit because he's deciding that he's not dumb enough to go charge down a hallway into 8 of you, so he's just going to back off. So if someone had a shot ready, they can like shoot him as they leave. Um, if you care. If not, that's fine too. But all right. He starts yelling something in troll. I don't think any of you speak troll. Nope. Well, I mean, maybe, but he's not in front of you anymore when he's doing it. Look how what? All right. Stop there. Well, actually, you can go a little bit further. Even if you don't see him, and you might be able to, you can hear him moving around down in the south part of the room. However, Al, you're bringing up the rear, right? Sven is. All right. One moment. You are. You probably don't even see this. You will in a moment, but so you are bringing up the rear. You're probably even watching around you a little bit. Um, you're caught a bit by surprise as the one of the glowing purple lights in the room suddenly just moves and zips right at you, and you feel a electric shock jolt through you for 9 damage. Luckily, your armor does seem to soak some of it. Oh, hold on, let me do that and that and that and that. They're purple, but I only had blue icons, so deal with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit the round button and everyone can figure out what they're doing. Then just set your initiative to 1, which if you right click on your init button, you can pick 1. And if all you're doing is moving, you can basically start moving on 1. If you're attacking and moving, then you still roll your attack initiative. I don't know what your plan is. I'm just saying if you're attacking, you'd roll a weapon initiative. If all you're doing is moving, you can go on 1. All right. Dwarf does not have an initiative. All right. What's Wickle doing? All right. I like her style, I think. The troll, you just hear a door opening, I guess. Sven? Yeah, yeah. Where you just pointed. You can see the other way and you don't see the door open. Although actually I guess it'd be kind of hard to see with all the mushrooms, but so kind of zipped towards you, brushed against you, and you got a big electrical jolt was basically what happened. It didn't really like shoot lightning at you. It just like itself touched you. It's still glowing right next to you. It's not like it shot out of something and disappeared, to be clear. Okay, that's fine. You can change whatever you're doing if that changes. Okay. What's Marlo doing? All right. What's Histon doing? What's Fafner doing? Yeah, sure. If you can hit, the tiny little ball of light just quickly dances to the side. What's Dodge doing? What's Dwarf doing? All these D names. If you're just moving, you can keep moving as you go. Dodge, how about you? You just got to rename yourself to Zodge. It's all simultaneous for what it's worth. You get to learn from their mistakes. You can even see I added light to you guys. Like the light effect is on Dwarf. His Mace of Bashing glows. Unfortunately, the app does not support it yet. Okay. Dwarf can just keep moving if he was. If he's standing there, that's fine. The other lights in the room are kind of like moving around, but not zipping at you or anything. No, probably not. What size are these? I guess they're little 2 foot balls of light. I might take their kickers away though. They don't seem like they should have them. Hank, what's Hank doing? Heck yeah. Hey, you hit barely. Not in the armpit though. You just hit the ball in the. You hit the ball in the ball. They're small. It hurts it though. Your morning star smashes into it, and you see like like when the lightsabers jam together and the sparks go flying off. It does not. Let me double check that. Yeah, no, it's not. Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to remove 10 hit points from all these because I don't feel like they should have a kicker. They're all going to look wounded as a result because it's easier to do that than change the max hit points. So, man, Hank hit it. I don't know how it feels about that. It feels okay with it. It zaps at Hank. Misses, however. Wait, what? We can't all have high dexterity and acrobatics and field plate and a shield, Dave. Oh, normal plate? Chain +2? Well, you should get field plate. That's good stuff. I just got a message from my wife. One moment. Can you link me the random generated Amazon's paw the last pass has? One moment. All right. I'll um I'm not sure if you would know about these, but I would put it in the arcane lore ballpark. If you want to give me an arcane lore roll, maybe you've heard of these. That's fine. Okay, so give me one more roll because I'm going to let you know what they are. Okay, you know quite a bit about them. It turns out you learned all about these in mage school. Um, yeah, I'll take you to the other room for a sec. You're just going to repeat it all, so that's fine. Here. Yeah, you're right. I'll take him to the other room. All right, they're Willow Wisps. They are immune to almost all magic. You had a roll of 6, so I'm going to say you know quite specifically that one of the few spells that will hurt them is Magic Missile. Um, they can disappear. They can basically become invisible at will. Although not permanently. They like fade in and out if they start doing that. And they are really friggin' hard to hit. All right. We have returned. I killed your camera when I dragged you out, just so you know, Adam. Try turning mine on again. Nope. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, by the way, for those of you with mothers, it's Mother's Day. Don't forget to call your mom. Uh, was it Histon's turn or was that was out of its initiative? Okay. Okay. Did Dwarf end up moving down or is he's watching? Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna take the troll out of the thing. Right. I need initiatives, I guess, from everybody. Wiggles big. That's just got a few extra pounds. What? True. It could be worse. It could be one of the tokens that's not even like the top-down perspective. It's just like a face. Up and in them. Wickle, what's up? All right. That is what she does. You can just do the damage. Pew pew, a magic missile blasts into it. 5 damage. What's Marlo doing? All right, if you're like moving all the way up to the front, just delay. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Oh, we both hit it. Histon, what's Histon doing? She's on it. Look I got your locket with revealable continual light going too. Just imagine if we had lighting effects, guys. How cool would that be? Pretty cool. Just like any other VTT program. What's Fafnir doing? Not even close. How about dwarf? You don't want to go running through the mushrooms that make you insane? You definitely have the impression. It definitely looks like the troll walked right through them. Just so you know. Yeah, he was good. What's that you doing? Moving. All right. This one comes zipping up right to Sven. And I guess probably would go a segment or two later, but honestly, they weren't doing anything all last round anyway, so I'm just going to go now. Brushes up against him, zaps him for the exact same amount as last time. Marlo is standing there, I guess. Another ball comes zipping in towards Hank. Zaps him for a little bit. Sven, what you doing? Good job rolling in an 11 for initiative there, Andrew. Is that even... Is it normally +2 and your honor gets it down to +1? Hold on, let's make... Well, okay, that'll definitely miss Sven, but let me see if your sword has any... Do these regenerate? I don't think so. Let me check. No. I might need to check upstairs in a minute. My kids are either laughing or like really crying. But my wife's up there, so I assume it's okay. Yeah, Sven, it looks like none of your special flame tongue things would apply. For reference, just your normal +1. True. Marlo was not doing anything, right? All right. Fafnir. You can pile in there next to Fafnir if you want, Dave, with Marlo. I know it looks kind of narrow, but it's if you're not actively fighting, I mean, even 5 feet is a lot of room for a couple people to stand in. Hey, that's you're not going to hit these things. How about hey, Dad? What are you doing? Sounds good. This one's just kind of flying around the room really fast, all excited. At least that's the impression you get. Another one zaps at Hank, hitting him, and Hank's up. And it missed. Is everybody retreating? I don't need to go round by round if you're. Um, Let me see. I think they follow you a little bit, and then they see that you're retreating. They just sort of, honestly, let me. Yeah, let me think about this. At least two of them are following you right now. The other one that wasn't previously buzzing around is now just kind of buzzing around, having fun. So I guess Sven and Hank and anyone shooting roll initiative. Everyone else, it really doesn't matter. Or a spell or something, roll initiative. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Um, I'll assume those of you in front are like doing a fighting with retreat, unless you are telling me you're turning around and running. All right, Hank, you can swing at him. You just got to really put your arm into it. That's the trick. Sven, how about you? I'm assuming you guys are keeping pace with each other. Hey, that you literally need a nat 20, or you need to find a +1 somewhere. It's like you're playing what? Eric will get back to me. Well, what's your Thaka? You're probably not 14 then. Yeah, I don't know. Nice. Anyway, this one zaps Hank again. Probably. Yeah. The glowing balls of armor damage are coming at you. And the other one, we'll switch to Sven. I need to go check what that noise is upstairs in a second here. Oh, cool. However, I don't know that. Well, it doesn't matter. I was going to say I don't know that it should be slashing, but did not matter. All right, so Sven, that one got you right in the shoulder, and it actually, like, it almost seemed to burn a hole through your armor right there, and just get direct skin contact on you, and you almost felt your heart stop from that shock. And I will be right back. I just need to make sure everything's okay. Okay, yeah, they're having fun. You guys turning and running, or are you continuing the fighting withdrawal? You don't think you're the lucky kind of party? True, it does. There's only 2 enemy types per level, though. All right, if you guys are turning and running, I'm just going to take a free attack in you, and then we'll break out of combat. Because at the point you run, they're not going to attack anymore. Hank, you probably don't get a shield, though, if your back's to him. So let me just change that to a number that would hit normally. And that one penetrated and hurt. And Sven. This time I'll actually hit the rear attack button and it should all work fine. He did not crit. That's good. He did not roll an 8. That's also good. All right, so you guys book out of there. They pursue a little bit, and they look like they would not have any trouble keeping up with you speed-wise. I mean, you never know. But they seem content with letting you run. They're kind of yeah, I guess. They actually just fade and disappear. No, you made your save, so there was nothing other than the extra damage. That one took 16. I'm fixing their hit points for real right now. Oh man. Yeah, that's right. Everybody knows it gets harder when you go down. Common knowledge. Were you guys all were you guys all careful going through the mushrooms? Okay. You didn't even give Piston didn't even get a chance to play with the stuff in that room. I'm so disappointed. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Let's roll really well. Easy. Okay. Well, you guys are huddled in a stairway right now. Oh, okay. You're upstairs. Let me let me, let me pull the map up. Literally sounds like my kids are dying. Where, you're just going to the other stairwell. Okay. Let me just put Dave on here because it's easier. Yeah. I keep trying to drag you, and it keeps opening the other map, and that's really annoying. Okay. You know what? I gotta get everyone off this map anyway. So yeah, I can drag it here. It's in chat. Still got to party vision it up too. I need a party token. That'd be cool. There, you're in party vision now. I want to make sure I know what you're talking about. Oh God, it smells so bad in here. Well, mostly trolls. There's some you have, and I think unfortunately it's left open because I never think to come through and close this. But that that is the one. All right, you're going through there and then going down the stairs. All right, delete you. Close the map. Open the other map. There are other stairways. I just don't know which ones you've seen or haven't or what you're thinking of. So. One moment. I'm dragging you on the map one by one here. Think that's everybody. Here's the map in case you didn't see it. Okay. Oh, let me unparty vision Dave. Although maybe it already did. I don't know. I don't know if I want to delete you from the map, but oh, it looks like it might have already removed it. All right, there you are. You come down the stairs, long stairway like the other one. Um, there's just a door at the end. Nope. And you don't see any light coming from the crack under the door either. He kind of has to throw his shoulder into it, and it creaks a little bit. But yeah, it opens up. To your right, you see, well, here, what looks like maybe like an old alchemy lab. It's not completely destroyed, but it also doesn't look like it's really used much either. There's kind of like cobwebs over things. But a lot of times you've been in rooms like this, and it's just like the wreck of a room. This does look like, maybe in the recent past it was used. You gotta find the recipe. Yeah. A lot of horses died in the that is, yeah. Like generic spell components. There's some bat guano and that sort of stuff. There's not a jar of 100 gold piece pearls or anything. Sure. Next time I say something like, I don't know, Dave, that needs like tail of the displacer beast, you can be like, well, yeah, but I got some of that when I was at the. Let me double check. There's no light coming from any of the directions here. It's just dark and quiet. Oh yeah, that reminds me, Fafner's detect magic would be done. Sven's trap find might still be going. I think it lasts for like 30 minutes roughly, which I think it would still be going. This room. Um, the walls and the floor are all covered with various symbols and glyphs. You've got the various. The map does not properly represent it, but you have these symbols for like each element carved into the floor there. Um, there's benches and work tables along the walls. There's flasks and all sorts of stuff like that. Um, there's plates with and bowls with like powders in them. You don't even know what they are. Uh, they're basically a lot of alchemical type stuff. Um, and a lot of powders that you like. You don't know what the powders are. Nothing detects as a trap. Yeah, yeah, there are. There seems to be one. There seems to be one for each of the elements. trying to fix my mouse. Like, what do you... Oh, like arcane-wise? Yeah, but it might take you like 15, 20 minutes to go through this all. Um, all right, who's staying with Histon? Okay. The rest of you are peeking down the hall. All right, show me where you're going down the hall. There is still no light coming from anywhere. As you get to that junction, there's a door to the north, and then, you see the other hallways branching off there. No light, no sound. The door is not trapped, you can tell from here. It does not appear to have a lock. Looking down that hallway, you just see hallway. No traps. Same with the other one. There's a stairway heading down there. Not just, a very, very short flight of stairs. The door appears to have a lock. It is not trapped. Yeah. No. Okay. Still dark. Still quiet. Just peeking into that room briefly. It looks like a storeroom with a lot of... You see like broken weapons, gnawed bones, but there's like old shelves and stuff. Like something probably used to be stored in there. Now it looks like maybe something was dropping the remains of its meals there. Peeking here, I'm going to double check. I don't think you see any traps. I'm just going to hit this button so you can read that. And so Sven, as you peek in there, as you're turning to leave, I get these Willow Wisps off here. One Willow Wisp has 16 damage. Someone help me remember that in case it matters later. It probably won't because I have the feeling you won't be back there right now. But so as Sven's turning to leave, and he was right about there, as I recall. Something falls on him. Trying to see if I have a picture. Activate module. Oh, this. Let's see what happens here when I hit this button. I'm loading a module, so everything's locked on my end, and it might cause a problem on your end. Oh, that's a really good picture. Well, whatever. I'll give it to you anyway. If it even lets you see that. So basically, this thing was flattened against the ceiling, and as Sven turns to leave, it tries to drop directly on him. We'll see if it actually succeeds. Sven's having kind of a bad day. Actually, give me a surprise roll. Sven, just a D10. Your dex does not have any. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you don't see this thing as it's dropping on you. Dodge is up there too, right? So, or no, Fafnir is. Yeah, it falls on Sven, and it just kind of wraps around him, almost like a big blanket. Um, and squeezes him. It's like wrapping tight around him. So we will go into initiative. Those of you, honestly, right now, probably just Dodge, Dwarf, Fafnir, Sven. I would say they're the only ones I see anywhere near. So you guys can go ahead and roll. I will make that thing. Oh, that was it really that big? It technically is, although right now it's all wrapped around Sven. Isn't it really 20 feet diameter? 20 feet diameter. Oh, diameter. How big is it on the? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's probably totally covering Sven plus, all over around the floor and stuff on him too. Sven, you're finding you can't really breathe with this thing wrapped around you either. It doesn't say you don't get to attack, but I would. It's so big. You're not pinned. It's just kind of like on you and you can't get it off. Think of like a 20-foot blanket on you. You're going to be not super effective, but also at the same time, like it's hard to miss when it's on you. And you do have a flaming sword, so that's cool. I'll give you. I'll just give you a standard attack for it. I think, at least for now, mainly because it doesn't say otherwise. I would not have been surprised if it was like, no, you can only use small weapons, or you only get half your strength bonus, or stuff like that. But it doesn't, so whatever. We'll just go with it. So that said, what's Fafnir doing? Meanwhile, Histon has determined that there seems to be some powdered electrum and powdered gold and powdered silver and some other stuff in some of those bowls. Switching weapons. Oh, well, then why do you still have to go? But, like, god damn it. You made it sound like that was all you were doing. Go ahead. Turns out it's really easy to hit. I need to make this thing not critical. It's huge. Just use large. And be crit is crit level. Okay. Whatever. We're gonna just ignore crits if they come up. Yeah. You just slash into it, and it's big enough that you're able to attack a part that's not like around Sven. However, that does nothing to actually get it off Sven at the moment. Sven, you can do whatever you're doing, and I'm gonna double check. I don't think this thing regens or anything. It's not particularly flammable. It's not avian. It's not undead. You hit. Wasted your 20, but you hit. Nice. Now I need to put no threshold. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's living that you can't threshold, like a lot of insects and stuff like that. Um, they have it in the book. I could look this one up, but I'm not going to bother since it made it save right now. Maybe as soon as someone hits it, I guess I'll have to look though. So you flame your sword on, and you basically jam straight upwards, and your sword pokes through this thing. The rest of you guys see like the flaming sword poking out of it. So that was a pretty good hit. I'm going to move to dwarf, but I'm also simultaneously looking up if this thing can threshold, if it's even in the Hacklopedia. You can roll your attack and stuff though, dwarf, if you want it. Or would you roll? I'm not looking right now. I think it can be thresholded. It can, yes. Okay. Okay, so technically you can, but you get a +5, so you might be right. In this case, it literally might not be breakable. I gotta like hot link this chart. Oh yeah, it'd be save versus crushing blow, metal. So 2, column 2. I really gotta change this table. Yeah, you need a 6 or better. Yeah, I think you could only fail on a 1 because a 1 always fails. All right, you miss badly. This thing continues constricting Sven for an amazing 3 damage. However, Sven, you can't breathe, and you don't like that. You're at this point. You feel like you might be blacking out soon from lack of oxygen, since you didn't really have the opportunity to take a big gulp before it dropped on you. But you're fine for at least another round. New round, and the rest of you still don't know anything's going on. This enemy is like basically a trap. It falls on you, and then that's all it does. It stays there. It climbs very slowly, apparently, with its move speed of 1. Oh, it can. Really? I haven't changed that code. Why do I only see 2 footmen's? Why do I only see 2? Do you not have your? Is yours not called Mesa Bash? I only see 2 weapons on your sheet. Man, fix that shit. Let me see if I can make it do a second. Worked for me. Whatever. You're good now. Fafner, what you doing? You don't think so? It might not, actually. This thing, wait a minute. Do I not have size-based kickers on? This thing has 10 hit dice. And it should get plus 40 hit points for size. And it only had 52 hit points. What? I said I was going to give them no kicker as opposed to a 10-point kicker. I might have size-based kickers turned off. Hold on. Oh, no, it's on. I don't know. I could have rolled all ones and 2 twos, or I don't know. That's weird. It's taken 36 damage, so it took a 29-point hit and a 7-point hit. Or it didn't parse out the size right. That could also be. I'm going to give this in a few extra hit points. That doesn't look great. The bar on it looks more full than it should be, but it's half dead right now. On the combat tracker, the bar is really green. On the token, it looks half dead, so I don't know. Okay. Well, yellow's good. Then you don't have to worry about the problem I'm seeing. Great. Fafnir, what you doing? Fumbling. That's wow. This thing. Wow. These guys are gonna come limping back, and it's gonna be exciting. Dwarf, go ahead and kill it. That hits. Seems really easy to hit. That's pretty good. What's Dodge doing? What's Sven do? Oh, right. Go ahead, Sven. Everything's black because your head's covered, but everything's black because you're also about to pass out. But you can get one more swing in. Well, I mean, one more round. Yeah. That actually misses by one. But you should target it. Then you'd know. I know. I don't know. I don't know, man. It couldn't possibly be the software. The software's perfect. Never has a problem. Dwarf attack number 2. Please fumble again. You hit it in the foot. Yeah, totally. It's foot. Oh, okay then. So, you smash this thing. It bleeds all over. It's actually hard to imagine this 20-foot thing and you hit a tiny little part of it with your mace and it dies. But I guess you're just kind of smashing it all over the place, and blood's seeping out everywhere, and the thing's flapping around, and blood's spraying all over the walls. I guess you hit whatever it passes for an artery on that thing, and it collapses. Sven's under it. You see Sven's sword poke out again. Hey, Sven, give me like a percentile roll. Maybe like a 50-50 here. You want low. All right. So Sven kind of passes out underneath this thing. He was trying to like carve his way out with this last bit of air. It doesn't matter because unless you guys want to just let him die, you can quickly help him out and he can breathe again. It was just how cool he looks. All right. Yeah, so there's this big dead whatever that was laying there. Oh, here it goes. Prey cannot fight except with short stabbing weapons. It was listed in like a little footnote. Anyway, whatever. It was a flaming sword, so I guess it was cooler. If it was smart, it would have gotten all of you at the same time. But only Sven actually went in the room, and it was hungry. Anyway, it be dead. What? You can, yeah, you can read that. Meanwhile, Adam. So you found um, roughly 40 coins worth of powdered platinum, 40 coins worth of gold, electrum, silver, and copper. So basically, if you want to carry around platinum dust or something like that, hey, that's that's basically like 4 pounds of each of those. Um, Also, in one of the pottery flasks, you find some sort of silver liquid. It's really heavy. The thing weighs about 10 pounds with the liquid in there. Do you have alchemy or any sort of... No, because it's not magical. Everything good? Okay, yeah, it's fine. Just put it on my side of the bed when you're done. Um, yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm going to put that in the sheet in case you want it. I don't have items for the powder, but if you want them, you'd have to like scoop them into a pouch or something. You can just write down 4 pounds of platinum or 4 pounds of gold or 4 pounds of whatever dust if you want that. I don't know if you want. I don't even know if you want this mercury either. What? Platinum, gold, electrum, silver, copper. Everything except hard silver, because this is a 1E module that did not exist in 1E. Why is there a brass candlestick in your party sheet? That's gone. Oh, in this other room? Yeah. I mean, maybe. Let me... I put all your skills back on. We just don't use that one much because usually I just tell you what the hell you found. All right, I'm just going to drag this stuff from there into this window so it's in the party sheet. There were 9 rings total. Oh, sorry, 10 rings total. 5 crowns. And I thought there were 5 ceremonial maces, but I guess it's 1 ceremonial mace. It doesn't look like the greatest weapon in the world, but it is made of silver. So if you needed a silver weapon, I guess, it wouldn't be the worst. I think, yeah, I put a -1 on the weapon, the ceremonial silver mace, just because it's unwieldy. It's not cursed or anything. It's just not as effective as a normal mace, I guess. So if you're looking at its stats, that's why. The mace also, hold on. It says it has a value of 8 gold. It's actually there are a lot of gems set all over in the thing. Um, the ceremonial mace. It's got about 60 gems in it. They must all be pretty tiny. This thing's got to glitter like a disco ball. It actually says 60 worth X amount. I'll just tell you 100 gold each, including. Oh, that includes. Okay. Equal numbers of amethysts, garnets, and tourmalines. Okay. So I guess like 20 of each. Anyway, it makes this thing worth. I'm just going to round it off because the base value of the thing, too. That mace. To your untrained eye, it's worth at least like 5,000 gold. Just from all the gems and the silver. Man, that thing's shiny. And honestly, the rings all look pretty nice. In fact, the crowns look the weakest out of everything there. That is a country from Greyhawk, which this module is from. Svaluna. Oh, is Svaluna a god? Yeah, Valuna's a country. Looking at the crowns, they actually look like they're just bands of metal. They're not even like silver or gold or anything. Like they're iron. Man, look at all that loot just sitting in there. That room that you just looted. Oh, all right. I'm gonna do like a 2 or 3 minute break. I gotta use the restroom and get a drink. Did anyone want the Quicksilver? I'll just leave it there for now. So I don't know if you're there, Dave, or if you noticed. It looks like when you were equipping and unequipping some stuff, and it was turning your light on and off if we actually had lighting. So that's actually, once we have lighting, and it's not just from like a temporary spell. You just equip whatever item has it on. Like you're pulling out your light rock, you equip the light rock, and it'll make the light go around you. I saw a mod for the 5e rule set that if there's something called a bag of holding in your inventory, it will put like an extra line on your inventory screen that says the capacity and how much it's holding, and anything slotted in it, it'll total up and show you. So I might look into that. However, it was like a paid extension. It drives me nuts that people like everything for 5e and Fantasy Grounds, everything someone writes, they put on the store for money. There's very few people doing stuff for free, which is stupid, but it's only a couple bucks. I could write something similar myself, but I'd rather grab it, steal the code, and just make the changes I need for the 2e rule set. So maybe I'll do that. There's another mod that seems cool for 5e that you can put tokens on the map and they become containers. So like you could click on a token and it would operate just like the party sheet. You can drag stuff in and out of it. That would be cool. But that is also a paid extension. Because people are dicks. I guess I get it. The 5e user base is huge, so you actually can make money selling that stuff. I try to sell any. So the extensions, like the stuff I write that goes on top of the rule set is an extension. It's just a file you drop in your folder, and it modifies the underlying code. The problem is, like, you can buy that stuff, but there is no guarantee that the author is going to keep it up to date. And every single time the underlying stuff changes, there's a chance your stuff breaks. So it's a bit of a risk, I think, buying that stuff. Well, particularly if you're not someone who could modify it and fix it yourself. The stuff bought directly from Fantasy Grounds is actually encrypted, but most of the stuff is not encrypted and taken that way. So everyone here, my thing closed and I'm getting a bunch of errors for the ready check like always. So I think so too. Andrew, you here? All right. So there you guys are in separate rooms. What you doing? You can't see me doing the shrug sign at you, but you pour it on someone's head. Why won't my camera work? Camera won't work with Discord. Try this. Turn off hardware acceleration. Oh, let's try it. That's all. Just normal stuff. The source camera is busy. Another application is currently using the camera. To use it here. For stop using it in the... Okay, something's using my camera, which is why. Yeah, but it's not actually getting used in OBS. man. Let me restart in video broadcast. I have returned. Maybe it'll work now? Oh. Wow, that's a lame background. All this so I can do a back... Whoa. Whoa. Hello. Oh man, it moves with me. This is freaking me out. Or you can do background blur. It's very fancy. No, that's... So I use NVIDIA Broadcast, which is what mutes background noise from the audio. Apparently there's a camera feature now that does this sort of shit Zoom does, honestly. I don't really care to use any of that feature, though. But I think that and Discord were competing, and maybe OBS was doing something too, because it's never been a problem in the past to have OBS and Discord at the same time. But anyway. I mean, yeah. Or, the one that just says, Dad, I need to reverse the camera. Yep. It lets you know who I am. All right, you guys are all together, except for Dwarf, who's all by himself. Sven probably is all covered in, like, goo right now. Like some sort of, like, purple, greenish, sticky blood. There's a door. Your trap thing is done by now, but you did not see traps on that previously. You don't hear anything. And you don't see any light. Nope. Let me hit you with this image. Blam. Yeah. You're probably... you're probably not actually... Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, never mind. You're good. Everything just froze. No, I already had it open. I'm dumb. Like a torch holder. Basically. That can't be your... Hold on. I know I have an icon for this. Yeah. 100%. Huh. Weird. Oh, that's the problem. Ignore me. I'm talking to myself. All right, so hold up. As you guys kind of move around that table here that I'm the whole arrow is kind of leaning over. Who was first, Histon or Wickle on that side? All right. And encounter, so you'll get your fatigue back. Wait, where is it? Whatever. That's weird. Underneath one of the desks is this, well, I guess it's not really underneath the desk. It's kind of to the side of it. Do I have a picture? I might have a picture. It's the worst picture. Yeah. Yeah. The icon's actually better looking. At first, it just looks like almost like a stool sitting there, a big one, but a stool. And then, like, all these tentacles unwrap and just go flipping out at who did you say was in the front? Give me a surprise. Yeah, give me a surprise roll for Histon. Yeah, yeah. How much? Number of attacks 1. Well, I know that ain't right. Oh, maybe that is right. Huh. Well, yeah. Histon's coming around the corner and he's like, "That looks odd. There's something weird about that." And as the tentacles start to unfurl, he is not caught by surprise. So you will get a normal initiative. I will give one to Marlowe, Histon, and Wickle right now. I apparently didn't draw this wall on, so let me do that. The one that there. This. There should that was a wall. I don't know why it wasn't on the map. But now it is. Yeah. That's actually why I waited. I'm gonna skip all these people on 0. I didn't roll for it. I need to roll for it. Because I didn't hit it. Just like at the very start of combat, it puts everyone on 0 instead of, I don't know. Because I've never cared to do anything about it. Excuse me. All right. We're starting with Wickle. All right. She was ready. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Magic missile goes flying into the thing. Ciao. If you roll 4. Marlowe, what's he doing? Is he charging at this thing? What? 2 seconds. Okay. Yeah. I'll delay it. Yeah, delay 2. Sounds good. Hey, Marlowe, you're there. Welcome, chop. This thing hasn't even attacked yet. It's literally just tentacles are starting to wave around. That still hits by. Oh my god, is it really an AC 10? No, it's AC 0. There's a bug. I'm going to give an AC 1, and then I'm going to give an effect that gives it AC 1, and I think it'll work out. There's a bug where if you set it to 0, it thinks it's not set sometimes, and it treats it as 10. That has never really come up most of the time, but. How did that? Huh. That thing had magic resistance, and it didn't get rolled when you cast your spell at it. Oh, it only works if you cast the. One moment. Yeah, so Wickle's spell actually didn't kerplump it. It ran into it and just fizzled out. Sorry. Spell penetration. I called it spell penetration, but it's a saving throw modifier. It's not a magic resistance thing. Yeah. In 2E, I'm pretty sure magic resistance is just a flat percentage, unless you have some really weird special ability that helps you penetrate magic resistance. For the most part, it's not. I don't think it's like 3E where it's like the difference in the level of the caster, and you've got your attributes that play into it, or maybe your feats or anything like that. Yeah, it does. Not that particular thing, but yeah, you're right. Marlowe, this thing looks like maybe it's going to hit you with a tentacle instead, but you're simultaneous with it here with your second attack. Just barely hit it. Large. So you bring your longsword cleaving down into it. The thing shrieks, all of its tentacles flail around. It was looking for that easy meal of a gnome, but instead it lashes a tentacle at you. Probably missing, because I always do. I just targeted someone with something. I probably changed Marlowe's target. Just be aware on your next turn. Um, where's my attack roll? There it is. No, why is there no attack roll? Wow. That's not why, but go ahead and I'll end your turn. Requires an... Okay, I guess I just roll this button. Oh, well, on the good part, Dave, I don't know that this actually can crit. Because it doesn't do damage. But it sure did hit you. In the armpit. It's the place to hit. So the tentacle lashes out, wraps around your left arm. What's that, your shield arm? And you need a saving throw versus poison. As this thing kind of worms its way underneath your armor, touches against your skin. And you like your arm's starting to go numb a little bit, but it's not having a game mechanic effect on you right now. All right. Let's see, Histon. So the rest of you just hear there's some commotion going on in there. You can act normally next round. What's Histon? Well, so he's gonna swallow the spell and waste it. All right. You sure? You really sure? You might be saving Marlowe. You might just kill him next round. You could have been the one to stop it. Okay. I think that was everyone. So now everybody can roll back. Granted, keep in mind you don't know exactly what's going on in there. You just know something's happening. I mean, battle wise. This tentacle is still wrapped around you, though, Dave. Not much, other than you're not going to be able to just walk away or anything. You can try to cut it off, which if it takes 6 points of damage, you sever it, so that should be pretty easy. Or you can do a open doors roll to break free. All right. Looks like everybody did some stuff. Marlowe. Actually, a whole bunch of people on one, but. Okay. Wow. One of those days. Histon, you got that other lightning bolt ready? You're muted, Adam. It's kind of not at all the same, but yeah. Although there's something nice if you can hit it and Dave can't, but no, apparently you can't either. What's Fafnir doing? Okay. This thing actually bites at Marlowe. But is not able to get through his armor. And it also tries to wrap another tentacle around him. Wish I'd done that in the opposite order. Wraps around his leg. And your leg, feels a little bit numb, but again, not enough to really cause you any effect right now, anyway. I guess I'd say the effect right now, Dave, is you're not effectively using your shield. So it's that arm's wrapped up. However, you just cut that tentacle off as well as put a big slash through its body. And it now has one less tentacle, and now there's only the one on your leg. What's Dwarf doing way down there? Yeah. All right. How about Sven? Oh, how about Sven? Why can't I? My thing's locked up. I blame Andrew. So you're basically moving. You can go ahead and move to wherever you get to. Did you hit done as Wickle? Okay. Both, really. All right. Hank's watching the back, or true. And I assume Dodge was just watching the back too. Marlowe keeps making his damn saving throws. Dwarf doesn't need a knit because he was still moving from last round. I'm just putting him at 1. Same with Sven. Is Hiss and Wickle doing anything? All right. All right, Sven. You're moving around, and what's your overall plan? Okay. You'll be there in about, we'll call it 3 seconds. I'll delay you. I'm just going to move you up there for now. Marlo, go ahead. This thing's probably going to be dead by then anyway. Sure. Yeah. That tentacle comes off of its body. It's still loosely around your leg, like on the floor, Histon, get the poach with a rock. You might, actually. Close. Not actually. What's Fafnir doing? Okay. -4. Nope. Fafnir just, apparently the whole last quiver of arrows he bought was all defective. Dwarf! I don't know what your move is. 6. Here. I'm going to delay you 3. I got it. That's about where you are, around then. This thing bites at Marlowe again. Given that he's close enough for it to do that. It actually gets him in the hip. It hurts. Actually, not that bad considering your armor, but... and then it tries to get one of its remaining tentacles around your head. Not a called shot, but, you know. Okay, thigh. It aimed badly. Marlowe ain't missing no saves today. How are you at a +4? Dear God. What ring? Oh, yeah, okay. I wonder if Luckstone should stack. I'll have to look into that. All right, Marlowe, attack number 2, where this thing almost certainly dies. Really? Well. Yeah, the Luckstone is just luck. Any dice roll involving factors such as saving, slipping, dodging, etc. Cool. Yeah, that seems like it should stack. It's kind of a different effect. Marlowe missed, and that's... I mean, the sun's still going to die. Sven, you get to do the honors. Hey, guess what, Sven? This thing counts as flammable. It's not really, like, particularly flammable, but it is have, like, a negative resistance to fire, so I'm going to count that as the same thing. Oh, my. This flailing tentacles keep your sword at bay and kind of keep knocking your arm aside as you're trying to get a good blow in. Dwarf, I mean, if you hop up on the table, you can probably get in there by the end of the round. I don't know. I guess Fafnir gets a shot, and then you get your attack. So I'm going to delay you, I don't know, 4, and then we'll get back to you. Because, you know, we got to see if Fafnir poaches while you're busy climbing your short little stubby dwarf legs onto the table. Uh-oh. Did you put a -4 in, Dave? Fire into melee? All right, then you miss. All right, dwarf. Show them how it's done. Just so you know, by the way, I don't remember if you were around when I called out. Your mace does glow with a magical light. I think it's blue. You'll even see that effect maybe next week. All right, well maybe this thing can bite Marlowe one more time before it dies. Let's see. It's got what, a tentacle around your leg again? How did it got a 10 for initiative? I don't even think that's possible. It should be at worst a 6. I'm gonna force roll here. Yeah, That's I don't know what happened there. Marlowe on one, and Histon on one, and Fafner on one, and the Roper on one. All right, it's gonna die. Fafner and Histon probably don't need to roll unless they really want to. However, it is biting at Marlowe simultaneously here. And apparently all it catches in its mouth is his sword and dies. There was some sort of like the tentacle was kind of wet, so a hit basically meant it was wrapping its tentacle around you to pull you in, but it was also kind of like had all these little like feelers on it that were kind of like trying to get up in under your armor, and that was effectively what a hit was in terms of that. However, it just couldn't quite get the skin contact it needed to get you. So yeah, its corpse is all the tentacles are flopping around for like an extra 20 seconds as the thing dies, and then it just all goes limp. Anyhow, you're in a room. I gotta move Sven so I can hit this button. I already gave you the text for it. There's a whole extra thing in the chat. Any papers? Let's see. Nothing of particular interest. But there's some inks that you're pretty sure you could use to scribe spells into spell books, saving you the cost that I never want to look up and tell you what they are anyway. Um, there's just various like blank paper you could use if you want to, if you were going to scribe scrolls or something. Let me add some of this party sheet in case you care. The benches just have tons of alchemy type crap all over them. Nothing in particular stands out as like, oh god, yeah, I need that. But like, if you were gonna be building your own lab, pretty much take all this stuff and you'd have your lab. I mean, hell, there's a spatula in here. You never know when you're gonna need a spatula. If you, yeah, I don't actually have them as doors though, right? Yeah. That's the one to the north. And that's the one to the south. What says magic stuff? Oh yeah, yeah. There's books and there's. All right. A lot of the books seem to be like anatomy, how to create magical constructs. One seems to be about flesh golems. Not necessarily how to create them, though. That one, just details of them. Um, no. There's 2 scrolls there. I don't have anything for the books, but if you're like, yeah, flesh column book, just write flesh column book in your inventory. Um, you're checking them out. One is arcane, so you would need to read magic. The other is divine, but as you look at it, there is a flash of smoke and light. You guys all hear a clap of. It's almost like a clap of thunder, and suddenly, standing there. Wait, hold on. I did the wrong thing there. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. All right. Did I? Sorry, I gotta set something. The name. A horned demon is standing there. It's like, hey, that's not normally what happens. It's about. Oh, do you actually speak those? Um, give me one. Give me one sec here. Thing's about 7 feet tall and looks like a skeleton covered in leathery black skin. Uh, its feet, its tail and hands, and its head are grossly oversized. Nearly the same size as a hill giant's, but it's actually only a size medium creature. So, give you a sense of how oversized it is. There's a big hooked horn coming off the head, almost like a freakish unicorn. It looks strong. It looks smart. You can tell just like looking in its eyes. This thing is intelligent, and it looks. I don't. You know when you see the artwork of demons and they have like those really unnaturally big mouths that are all filled with sharp teeth and they're smiling. Yeah, that's what it's doing to you right now. It's just looking at Histon like it's dinner time. And he says, "What's up?" No, Histon says, not the guy, but um, that's a good question. Give me a surprise roll because he needs one too. I mean, I think pretty much everyone's just standing there the first round, like, "Oh, what?" And Histon goes, "What's up?" And the thing just says, "Wait, does this thing eat people?" One moment. Oh God. It says in Infernal playtime. But it hasn't attacked yet. I'm going to end the encounter so everyone's reset on fatigue. And I'm also going to hit this once just so we're at 99s instead of whatever. Is anyone straight out attacking? Because it isn't yet. It looks like it's going to be talking to Histon unless someone starts taking aggressive action. So do we need to go round by round or should we talk a little bit? Oh, is it hidden? My bad. My bad. There. It's about human sized and obviously it's some sort of demon. You got a pretty good guess it's evil. Just like the thing looks evil. No, I mean it might be partially in it, but it didn't come from the circle at all. Histon he found some scrolls and he unrolls one and goes, "Oh yeah, arcane," rolls it back up. he starts pulling out the other one and starts seeing divine symbols on it, and all of a sudden there's just a flash of light, and this thing's standing right next to him. The thing's staring at Histon. Says, "Thank you for releasing me, mortal." It's looking you right in the eyes. No. Oh yeah. Yeah, they sound like they're like killing kittens as they talk. Probably. Uh this thing's kind of crouching down on all uh well, you've probably known Histon speaks a few languages. So whether or not he speaks this one, his eyes aren't glowing red or anything that you see. Of course his back is to you, so the thing crouches down on all fours so that it's like at your level because you're short. And it's looking at you and smiling and like tilting its head. Uh like kind of like it's sizing you up. What are you doing? Okay. Give me a saving throw versus spell. Okay. Oh, hey, con bonus, sweet. Uh, and let me double check this. This thing seems really intent on making eye contact with you, but like, other than being a little unnerving, no big deal. It's like, which which one of you do I get to eat? She looks tasty. He's kind of ignoring you and gets over there, stands back up full height. Go ahead. Shuts the door. It kind of stands back up full height, uh, almost just ignoring Histon at this point, and walks over to Wickle. Is she turning and running, or is she like keeping her eyes on it as she goes? All right. Give me, yeah, that's fine. Give me a saving throw versus spell though. So Wickle's backing away, and let me read this real quick to make sure I get the right effect here. That is weird. Um, Wickle starts to feel weak in the knees as she's backing up. Um, she kind of stumbles. I'm gonna equip and unequip something. She has literally nothing in. Oh wait, no, hold on. There we go. Why is all right? Yeah, she's backing up and feels a little weak kneed, but otherwise she's okay. Um, I think nothing in particular happens, and he's kind of slowly walking. He seems like really. He seems to enjoy the fact that she's, backing up away from him. And then he probably turns and looks at Fafnir. Goes, elf. Come here, little elf. If you feed me your hand, I'll leave you the rest of you. Nope. Looks at Histon. Translate. All right, well. Dwarf is ready to do something. Should I take that as a sign that combat's beginning, Andrew? Okay. So sorry, what was Fafnir doing? Flipping it off? Uh, and I assume you're looking at him too, right? Like as he's talking. All right, give me a saving throw versus spell for Fafnir. Okay. Yeah. One moment. You too feel a little weak kneed. Oops. Your encumbrance just went up. Weird. Nobody knows why that happened. Your encumbrance category went up. Yeah. All right. And initiative is starting, it sounds like, with Dwarf charging on in there. Basically, what I'm going to do. Oh, Dwarf was already on one. I was going to say, I'm just going to let Dwarf be on one. But everybody else can still roll initiative because it's not like nobody was expecting combat to break out here. I wonder what is going on with that. I can't fix that to 2. I should have thought of that. I'll just, whatever. Just bump you to 2 when it gets to you. For the second time. I'm even cool if... What would it take you to get there? Like... I'm cool with essentially Dwarf can be about here. Like, combat will start with Dwarf doing a swing. But everybody else can roll initiative too. It's just... It's to simulate the fact that Dwarf had a little bit of extra jump since he was the one kicking it off. Okay, that's fine. And you get the bad part of that too then, right? Alright. I think it's no dex, and there's a charged effect. I'm just going to drag it to you. Yeah, just remind me to remove it next round. Anyway. Initiatives for everybody. I don't know how this thing attacks. Give me a moment. Like that. Okay. No, it doesn't. You, what is it, +2? I'm not entirely sure if this thing should have resisted your damage, so let me double check that. Yeah, it takes... It's immune to non-magic weapons, and it's resistant to normal weapons. Okay. Or to magic weapons. Alright, so that did work. So 2 more damage would be 1 more damage. Let me add that. Nope. But it shrieks in pain as your mace hurts it. And seems pissed. And we got We got a whole lot of other people on 1, so I'm going to set dwarf to 2 and just ignore it when 8 comes up. It looks like Wickle, Sven, Marlowe, Fafnir, Dodge are all ready. And this thing also gets to go. We'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. If Sven, pretty much anyone except Dwarf could flee from it right now because it wasn't like actively engaged with you. What's Sven doing? If anything. Okay. Marlo. Sounds good. Fafnir. Well, something enough, I guess. But oh, I think I hit the button to end your turn. All right. Well, uh, yeah, we'll just remember when you get 5 that we also go on 6. You'll probably just go right after. You'll probably go twice in a row anyway. What's Fafnir doing? He's feeling a little weak right now. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to check something real quick. 14. Okay. I gotta set a duration on his effect. Ah, not 131. Thank you. Okay. What's Dodge doing? Pew pew. I would say there's no penalty right now. Sven's still moving up and all that. Well, for dramatic effect, your arrow actually sinks into him. It's not a magical arrow, right? And he just grabs it and pulls it out like it didn't even hurt him. Fafnir again, I guess? I don't know. All right, dwarf attack number 2. Or, yeah, this is attack number 2, right? It almost hit. No, you were off by 6. This thing will slash a claw at Dwarf, since, Dwarf was the one who had the audacity to attack him. Misses. He actually kind of is. Yeah. Yeah, that didn't feel good for him. Marlowe gets up there. I'm just going to have you go twice in a row here. Because Dodge is on 6 as well, but he is medium, but you missed, sucker. That was almost a 1. So yeah, your weapon is affecting him. You're seeing it's not even so much blood as like it's almost like smoke pours out of the wound. But it does hurt him. And just not quite as much as you would hope. Dodge, second shot if you want it. Maybe you don't. All right. This will take another claw at Dwarf. This time hitting him. Not for a ton of damage, though. And dwarf does not actually have a third attack. Finally, it lunges at dwarf's throat. Not with a call shot, though. But dwarf shield gets his shield up in the way, keeps this thing from biting down on him. And I guess Histon's on 10. That's weird. Ah, okay. I just realized this thing is not getting its strength bonus. So, let me fix that. Yeah. Yeah. This thing just got a lot scarier. Also, dwarf, take an additional 7 damage, please. I'll do it, actually. Yeah, his strength thing wasn't hooked up right. I won't roll back. I won't go back to see if some of those misses would have been hits, though. So, take what you can get. Hank feels the unmistakable presence of evil coming from that direction. Um, 1 if you already had it out. Kind of the same as shooting a bow. Can't wait to see what you're about to throw out. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that was a pretty bad roll. Marlowe. Was that a miss? I don't have that window open right now. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to look something up. Histon, what are you throwing? Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't know if the one I gave you actually has weapon stats on it. It does not. Okay. Well, it's just roll a d20, I guess. It's a thrown attack. Technically, your dexterity modifies the hit. For you, I think that hits about an AC of 1, maybe? What is this thing's AC? -3. Um, well, I kind of have to decide what of this I think might be dex and what might be natural. I'm gonna say that hits because it's a little different than hitting with a weapon in this case. I feel like you're basically trying to splash some water on it. Yeah. I think your roll is good enough that that hits. Um, Holy water does. I think I have it on a different. I think in the items list in the main thing. Let me look. Nope. I thought I coded it. I don't. Anyone know what holy water does? It's in the book somewhere. I think it's 2d4. Oh wait, grenade-like missiles. I got that in here. Grenade-like missiles. Holy water. 2d6. Just roll 2 6-siders and yeah, we'll. Yeah, you roll another 6. Um, so 12 total. Yeah, that water hits him and splashes on him, and he shrieks and does not like it. Sure will. Dwarf attack number 1. Hey, you just barely hit. Did some damage. Very nice. Before you end your turn, that wasn't how that was supposed to work. Give me a saving throw versus spell. Dwarf. Yeah, you're fine. What? You were fighting it. You were making eye contact and whatever. It looked scary, but other than that, you were good. Dodge. All right. When about do you think you'll be there? All right. Go ahead and delay 5 then. What's Wickle doing? Sounds cool. Yeah, let me look at that real quick. Must be cast on stony ground, such as stone floor. Spell causes an arm made of stone about the size of a normal human limb to rise from the ground beneath any targeted creature. It attempts to grasp the leg of the creature. Okay. Yep. All right. Let me hit this button here first. Bloop. Your fist comes up out of the ground, grabs the thing by the leg, and immediately just dissolves. Yeah, but it's a cool spell. I like that spell. Like like visually, it's cool. Marlo, go ahead. I love it. I don't know. That's me in my Monday game. I'm the fighter guy, and I'm a level like 3 paladin, and I can't hit anything because my stat is not strength. Why dwarf even make a fighter guy? All right, Dodge, you're probably not in backstab territory here. I don't know that you actually can technically backstab a demon anyway, but you are definitely in the... Are you going all the way to the wall back there? I'll give you... I think I'll give you rear attack, but not backstab. I don't think this thing kind of has the same physiology. Oh, well. You got maybe a mulligan if you want it, or I don't know. Otherwise, Histon's going to be the target. Up to you. I mean, he's done enough damage to you. Seems only fair. Well, at least it was only a normal miss. Uh, this thing throws its head back. Whoop, get back here, dwarf, and lets out an ear-splitting shriek. I will do that. Thank you. And yep. Well, la-di-da, look at us. We all make our saving throws. Some of us even roll a friggin' 21. Yeah, except for dwarf. Uh, dwarf, this shriek terrifies you to your core. Um, you do, however, hold on to your weapon. You will start running away next round, and that's pretty much that. You're not quite running away yet, though. You can set your initiative to 1. Do it then. Did I miss someone? What's wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. It was probably me. It should, but I've been hitting next turn a lot of times. I shouldn't have tonight, so maybe I did something. Either way, go ahead, take your second attack. Let me make it your turn in case it matters. It didn't matter. All right. Did you have your plus 2? Yeah, he did. Let's see how high the ceiling is in here. No, it does not. All right. Sorry, I was trying to decide what this thing's doing. Its fear is supposed to actually be effective, but you know. Do that. Is that what happens? It's gotta. The first one's got to be in there, otherwise it doesn't. Okay. Race condition, cool. I'm not gonna fix that, by the way. That'd be a pain in the ass. All right, Fafnir. No, sorry, Marlowe. Hey, dwarf. As you run away, it takes a free claw attack at you from behind. Sure does. In the finger. Take all that damage to your finger. All right, Marlo, go ahead. You hit it. It is medium. All right. What's this one doing? Yeah. Go ahead and roll a d20, but do -4 this time. That one will miss. It's possible. One moment. Yeah, it splashes somewhere over by Sven. Sven, unless you're secretly evil, you're fine though. What's no one? No one else ever gets that reference. That's one of the only things I remember from that show. All right. Dwarf is he's running away this turn, so go ahead and get him. Pretty far away, like full movement. Dodge, rear attack. Although at this point, I'll give it to you on 1, but probably not on 2, because at this point you'll be on the flank after it turns a little bit. Marlowe, attack number 2. The thing is staring at Marlowe and saying, Burn. It's not actually casting a spell, mind you, just to be clear. But although only Histon understands what it's saying. Fafnir. You know what? You almost had a 20. You could still fumble and hit Histon, so there is still an upside to trying. Dodged. No, you've seen. Maybe you've seen an arrow from dodge, although it was actually on a miss. But oh, damn, that was close. If only he hadn't turned. Yeah, I know. -3 is pretty rough. So yeah, this thing looked at Marlowe and said something in Infernal, and I need to see if there's a saving throw on this. No. Nope. But you know, you're getting like, man, you're getting really sweaty in this combat, Dave. Like your armor's getting really hot. So okay. Hank, you might be up there by now. I don't know. Is that where you are on 7? Or are you all the way up there? I mean, you didn't do anything last round, right? I feel like you should be able to be there by now because it's you were like roughly here. That's unless you have like a 6 move speed, I think you could be up there. You bring the Holy Might of Lathander and just barely miss. Sven, did I skip you or did you not have an initiative? All right. I'll make it your turn right now. Just go ahead. And then all right. Um initiative. He is not regenerating or undead. What? I know the problem. Uh so we started the new round and then I moved it to Sven's turn so he could do his attack from the previous round. And then just moved the initiative thing to the guy who happened to be on 6. When you roll initiative, it doesn't let your initiative go before whatever the current is. For at least the additional attacks. I don't know about the first ones. I'm pretty sure the 7 is because the thing's at 6 and it's making you go 1 later. So let's just. I don't think fatigue's going to matter for this battle. Let's just hit the damn button and restart and go ahead and roll your shit. And it should all be good after this. It was because I think it was just because I jacked around with Sven's turn after the thing started. Where's Dwarf headed, by the way? I mean, he should go somewhere. Is he going back to the stairway? All right. That effect will last on him for probably the duration of combat, so you can just stop tracking him and we'll figure out where he ended up later. Alright. What the fuck's this guy doing? Because there's a fuck ton of people around him. Probably that. He's probably not going to last the round. I say. I mean, maybe. Sorry, I'm checking how many times per day they can do some of this stuff. At will, one at a time. Oh. 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 Okay. Well, then let's do that. Great roll, buddy. Great roll. All right. Everybody on one. Wiggle. All right. Give me a percentile roll. All right. Go ahead. Blam. Slams into him for full damage. Marlowe. Hey, Marlowe. Your armor gets real hot and you take 5 damage. I got it. On you. Piston. Okay. That's most of the round, probably. Did I skip dodge and Fafnir somehow? What the fuck? Fafnir. I really don't know. Oh, not a 1. So, billowing cloud of darkness starts coming out around this thing's feet and quickly. Sorry, I'm trying to pull the token up. Spreads out around you guys. But I need to make it pretty tiny. A little bigger than that. Yeah. You guys can all see that, right? All right. Marlo, you have blind fighting, so you're only -2 to hit instead of -4. Right? He saved his own life for a segment. Dodge is coming in with a nat 20, though. I'm feeling it. -4 to hit, unless you have blind fighting, though. You definitely know where he is, though. Oh! On my screen, that looked like it was like sliding as a 20 and tilted to 8 at the last second. No. Not anymore. Some of you have flank, but it really doesn't matter because it doesn't have a shield. Sven. Oh, I see. All right. For a minute there, it looked like it was about to be a 1 again. Sven. Sven again with -2. This is what happens when Histon looks at books. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. It's okay. It might be the glory of Lathander that's needed to finally kill this thing. So I just realized I don't know what the hell's happening because you guys all have magical light. But it would have been smart enough to know that too. So given that we're already in the midst of it, we're going to say this is actually some sort of cloud of smoky blackness rather than magical darkness. Because I don't want to retcon basically what just happened for the whole round. Hank, I don't know how you feel about that. Yeah, you get okay. That seems like the best thing to do. That is much better. How about you try again with your second attack? I mean, not quite. All right. You need to be able to see your target. You cannot cast Magic Missile at the Darkness, despite the meme. If you see it though, then like even if he had one finger sticking around a wall, like that's enough to hit it. But at this point, no, you literally can't see your target, so you can't hit it. What is this thing gonna do? I'm gonna throw this in here so we can reference it. You might need to get your helmet off, Dave. I guess it's gonna do this. All right. All these people on one. Marlowe, it's getting real uncomfortable. According to the spell, you actually become unconscious if your helmet's metal. So if you would like to forego an attack to get your helmet off, I think that seems reasonable. Because I think ripping your helmet off should be fairly simple. Yeah, just like one of your attacks. Just use one of your attacks. I think so. You do, however, still take like the rest of the armor damage. Hey, hey. Okay. Damn, that's some hot armor. That hurt, Marlowe. It's good you got the helmet off. Apparently, it heats your whole entire armor uniformly. I don't know. Histon. Yeah, you can get through there. That's not a problem. Did you actually give the flask to anyone? Because everyone seemed like they were attacking last round. Okay. All right. Hey, Wickle, what's up? Fafner. All right. You're not going to hit anyway, because, your dice are broken. Dodge, on the other hand, has a nat 20 ready. He changed his dice color. He knows. He's got this. He did. Oh, no! You Did you see that? Did you see that? It literally was on the 20 and it bounced back on my screen. Yeah. But if it makes you feel better, I only do it for player name equals Kaliak. So Sven, -2 to hit. You said you have blind fighting? All right. You're pretty sure the thing's in there. It's making noise and screeching a bit, and once in a while you feel like a little bit of a parry as one of its hook's claws kind of bats your swings away, but just not connecting. All right, Marlowe rips his helm off on one. It's glowing on the ground at his feet. And then in a rage, he fails to put it up and in him. By the way, this is probably the second or third hardest fight in the entire dungeon, and it would be the hardest if it wasn't just one guy. It's like disproportionately strong compared to other things in here. Anyway, dodge misses. Of course, it's not really presenting you guys a whole lot of threat. It's just really hard to kill, as it turns out. All right. Let me look at your blind fighting feat for a minute, Marlowe. I'm trying to decide if you should get a free attack here or not. Yeah, basically it's flying straight up, and given that it's in the darkness, I don't really feel like free attacks necessarily apply, but possibly with blind fighting. You retain special abilities that would normally be lost in darkness, so you get a skill check at like half. I'm going to say you can tell that it is taking off, so I think Marlo and Sven can get an attack, basically like the attack of opportunity, as it starts to fly up without, without doing it defensively. So I'm going to make it Marlo's turn, and then I'll make it Sven's turn. Still -2. Yeah. No. Don't press your luck, buddy. Might be considered like a foot attack. What was that roll? Okay, looked like a 6 on my screen. Well, I think you killed. I think you killed it. But if Sven wants double down, if Sven wants to take his attack just to be safe, he can. Nah, he was already. Man, oh, it died, so he wasn't targeting it. You definitely hit it though, Sven. So if you care, go ahead and put some more damage in it. Oops. I'll drag that to it. Um. So you guys are sitting there hacking it. You probably briefly see its head poke out of this cloud of wispy, like clearly magical, smoky darkness around it. Um, but Marlowe and Sven both catch it on upswings, and with a shriek, the thing collapses back to the ground. Excuse me. The smoke all dissipates from it, and there's just a bleeding. Actually, not really bleeding. It's more like it's almost like ash is coming out of its body. But it's not moving anymore. Oh yeah. Is what water? What? Where are you pointing? Yeah, give me a minute. Flowing water fountain in the southwest corner. Give me a moment. I'm gonna check to see if that's actually acid in disguise or something. All right. Well, first of all, as you're jumping over there, running over there, I'm gonna give you 6 more damage as you're heading over there. Okay. Uh, sure. Um, sure. You jump in and smoke starts pouring off from you. The water probably doesn't quite get to the point where it boil or anything, but there's lots of steam coming up, and eh, before the spell wears out, you take 5 more damage, and in total, how many did I penetrate on? One, two, three, just 3 dice and all that. No, the very first one did 2, 4 dice. Well, it's only the original ones that matter, but oh, you're right. I see what you're saying. I think it shows it as an 11 and a 5 though, so I'm pretty sure they both penetrated. I think in total, one, two, three, four damage to your armor. And I'll give you the last 5 damage that you took as you sat in the water, which might have saved you. I basically I chopped the damage in half for the remaining rounds of the spell. Meanwhile, dwarf. I'm going to take you to another room, Andrew. Hold on. All right, let me delete dwarf here and bring him downstairs. Upstairs, rather. I dragged the map on there, and he is here. Yeah, he's got about 10 rounds of movement where he just wants to get the hell away. Where do you think he'd be headed? My inclination would probably be back towards your portal, if you remember where that is. I actually don't. You probably do, but all right. So he sees the big hall there. Is he running across the hall, or is he running a different direction? I'm okay with that. Maybe it means Dwarf doesn't either. So we're gonna just play this out. There's a big long hallway, and that seems a way. He vaguely recognizes this hallway. It's probably safe-ish. He probably recognizes that down this way was the air temple. That place might be scary. I don't know. Um, where would you rather head? Towards the air temple or continuing this way? Yeah, I know where it is now, but you don't remember, so that's okay. You know what? Give me an intelligence check. Your guy might remember, even though you don't, because your guy didn't have a week in between. I won't tell you how to get there, but I'll tell you where it is. Okay, if he failed by, how do you fail by 12? Oh, so you'd actually be. You know what? That's close enough. If you only failed by 4, because I don't think it's a super hard check. I'm not going to tell you how to get there without the full intelligence check, but you remember it's at the water temple is where you guys portaled in. So where does he think that? How does he think he gets there? I mean, it's away from the demon though. Nope. But you know what? At this point, you're kind of committed. Oh God, this wasn't it either. This is some sort of kitchen. Oh God, where am I? Let's see. His movement rate is what, 60? That is 5 rounds of movement. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, you're right about there when the spell wears off. Where do you want to go now that the spell is worn off? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really feel like I need a wandering monster check. Okay, we're going to stop there and go back to the other people because I got to find out what they're doing. Just leave your guy right where he is. Hello, everybody. You talking about a board game or what? Okay, I like that game. I played it once a decade ago. Those were good times. Uh, yeah, I used to play it online with you, I believe. Let me throw experience for this in the party sheet before I forget. He sure didn't. I need to do about 10 rounds worth of stuff with you guys, and then we'll go back to him. And here's some experience. The body you see slowly like starts to just turn to ash and smoke, and after like a minute, there's really nothing there other than ash smudges. Scroll's fine. You're pretty sure it's divide. It is in the party sheet, I believe. Oh, let me do that for you. I don't know. Did I? Did I? The level 2? I. Which one? Oh, I don't know. I must have done something that I minimized it, which I normally don't do with anything because it makes a little icon I can click, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't know. I didn't mean to. Ignore it. Dwarf's there though. We'll get back to him in a few rounds. I just gotta kind of figure out what you guys are doing. All right. Is there any healing or anything happening first? All right. So combat ended. Marlowe ran over to the fountain. That was a round. He spent at least 2 rounds in the fountain until his armor stopped glowing. So that's 3 rounds. Hank's throwing a heal on him. 4. What else we got going on? Right about now, Wickle stops feeling so weak in the knees. You guys made so many friggin' saving throws, jerks. And Fafnir stops feeling weak in the knees. You're moving at Histon rate so that you don't leave him behind. All right, it's 60 feet around. Assuming he's not encumbered. Yeah. So that's about one. What are we at now? 5 rounds? 6 rounds? All right, we'll call it 6. Okay. Oh, by the way, dwarf, your weapon only glows when you're holding it. Um, so you're using infravision if you're not holding your weapon. Otherwise, you're seeing about 10 feet. 5 feet well and 10 feet badly if you're holding your weapon, just so you know. Unless you have a light rock or something that I don't know about. That feels pretty close to 10 rounds there, guys. All right. Oh, okay. That's fine. Where's the rest of the party going? Downstairs? You're right, upstairs. My bad. I'm going to move everyone up there since the rest of you are coming in a minute, right? And it's just easier. I'm going to delete you all from here. But just keep in mind the other guys are, a little bit behind. Hank. Wick. Well, Marlowe might be a little farther. He checked down that other hall, too. Hank, Wiggle. I'm just going to put some out in the hallway. Whatever. Sven. Fafnir. Histon. And the doppelganger. Okay. Hey, let's go back to my buddy Dwarf. We'll be back. Hello. I don't know what this random encounter yet is, but we're going to find out together. It's going to be exciting. Oh, it's your favorite thing. So what are you using? Or do you have your weapon in hand, or are you going in for vision right now? I mean, to me, yeah. But you're also at the point where that's where I was going with it. Your fear ran out, so it was kind of up to you. All right. You were coming from the... Yeah, okay. This will work. All right, stop moving because it's slowing me down. Your favorite enemies. Also with dark vision. Are... oh, shit. I just did that, and then I... That work? Yeah, there we go. Are they your mortal enemy or something? No, they're bugbears. Well, you can try. They are faster than you, though. Give me surprise roll, though. This will help set the encounter distance as well. Unfortunately for you, bugbears are pretty quiet and stealthy, and you rolled a 2. Which means probably... Which way were you going? Through the troll room or the... Towards the... I'm going to move them depending. Okay. I'm just going to move them to a different location then. Given that, you were encountering them encountering them as a random encounter. So probably right as you come through the door and get here, um, it looks like they were kind of like tossing the room, looking for stuff, and they must have heard you approaching because they're actually kind of pressed against the wall, waiting for you to walk in. So you're about there, and initiative would I'm gonna end combat. There's really no reason everyone can't listen in to this. To tell you the truth, they're not going to be there in time for it to matter. So let's just go back to the main channel. Uh, I'm just gonna have you guys listen into this because I don't think you can affect the outcome of whatever happens here. So Dwarf ran into some stuff, basically. So Dwarf, what are you doing? You're probably right about here. She's just gonna turn and book it. All right. Your move is what? 6? Well, okay. Your base move is 6. I That's a bad game though, so I don't know. Where are you running to? Same way? Okay. Um so probably right around here, one of them catches up to you and takes a swing at you. Possibly two of them. He might. It's hard to say how we might do chasing other than like if they're faster than you, I feel like at some point they're just gonna keep getting an attack every round. All right. Wish I could drag more than one guy at a time. Easily. All right. So one of them's trying to murder you with a spear. You ran away from him and your food. Wait a minute. Bugbears? Hold on. Well, I didn't promise no more, but there are definitely less. I'm deleting 3 of these because uh the number that we're willing to stay here is a lot less than it was. So, Andrew, I don't know if that changes if you run or not. That's up to you. We can put you back there if you don't think you'd run from just 2. Um, because yeah, there would be less than normal given how badly you guys have decimated their numbers. What do you think? So, so we'll say you start running, you look back over your shoulder, you see they're gaining, and you can pick really anywhere around here to make your stand. I don't know what you feel is a good spot, but that's fine. It's still going to be 2 on you, but like neither should be able to maneuver behind you. All right, in that case, we're just going to do normal initiative. Go ahead and roll. Dwarf's fighting for his life. Maybe you'll find him. Maybe you won't. Did you roll initiative? You should do that. Oh. Hey, you guys have already seen like a quarter of the 3rd level. It's smaller than the other ones. All right. Why? It's because I have the guy's initiative. It's because I have the guy's initiative set to 5. I was on him already because, yeah. You go on 1 and 7, I think. Are you really? Why? Okay. Nice. All right. Um, I no, because you don't know where he is. He's just fighting two bugbears, though. I mean, there's not much to look at. You know, I find it really unlikely you're going to run into him, given where he is. If it goes a really long time, there's a possibility. Um, yeah, you'd probably agree with that, right, Andrew? You're not real close to where they're going to be anytime soon. Where are you guys headed, by the way? Up top. Those of you who just came down the stairs. Oh, it's I, yeah, you are. Maybe I need maybe I need to. Do I have to jiggle you? I'm jiggling you guys. Yep. Sorry. Don't move yet. By the way, just tell me where you're going. Well, while they're figuring out which way to go, you can tell me when this round's over. Dwarf, go ahead and do your first attack. Unless you already did. You already did. I see it now. Good job. Bugbear stabs at you. He needs to target you first. Well, there were five. Now there's just two. But he put it up and in you. I should probably delete this thing off then. And the other one puts it up and in you. That would have missed if you had a shield. All right. Dwarf attacks number 2 and 3. 3 and yeah, 2 and 3. Jeez. My app might be crashing. There it goes. I think it was lagging on my end, which made it lag on your end. You hit. Ooh. Oh. Well, third attack, maybe it'll knock him down. Nice damage, though. Plus 14 damage. Plus 14. I assume you'd like to follow through. All right. Well, that didn't go as well as it could have, but you did kill one in a round, so that was cool. That's the dead one. He doesn't need wounds. This is definitely not applying kickers properly, or they're rolling really bad for hit points. Because bugbears are large. They should have had 30 by default, and this guy had 37 on 3d8 plus 1. It just seems unlikely. I guess it's possible. Could be 112, 222. I don't know. It's all entirely possible. Well, it's all been unlikely on all of them. Um, I'll just add some. It's getting a kicker. Yeah, it might only be doing the 20. Which honestly, in the scheme of things, I don't really care that much. But I care more about the smaller ones having less kicker than I do about the bigger ones having a big kicker. Um, anyway, new round. Did you guys decide which way you're going? Oh god, that was a big blood splatter. You should split up, definitely. All right. Hopefully you rolled a well for initiative, Dwarf. Wow. You get to go on 1, 2, and 3, and he doesn't go till 5. You could do this. You hit him in the toe. All right. Nice. That plus 14 damage is ridiculous. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, why wasn't that plus 14? Ah, okay. All right. Well, he he's looking at you. He's sizing you up. In a few seconds, you obliterated his friend and almost killed him. But he also sees you're almost dead. And he ultimately decides he's probably more likely to live if he stabs at you. So here he goes. All right, gotta get through all your turns first. Yeah. Wow. Wow, you got so lucky. Dwarf has 1 hit point left. There was a what is that? 5 out of 6 chance that I killed you there. All right. New round. You guys are heading which way did you say? North or? All right, someone Marlowe be the. Wow, this map really lags when everyone's moving. I literally can't move the map until you guys stop moving. It won't let me drag it. Stop moving. Everybody stop moving. Damn, Marlowe, that was fast. All right, I see where you are. Yeah, you don't hear any combat or anything up there. No, I think you spent the round deciding where you were going last round. These are combat rounds we're talking about, just so you're clear. Uh-huh. That's fine. If you where you were seemed fine. I mean, I didn't measure it, but it seemed ballpark. All right. Let's find out if Dwarf misses 3 times in a row. Well, if you can hit on a 4, you'll probably be okay. All right. Dwarf, what are you going to do? All right, show me. Hold on. 75. Nobody move for a second because I want my PC to be responsive. I need to do this before I forget. Drag this to dwarf. Drag this to dwarf. Did it actually give you... It didn't. There we go. Okay. You're heading back the way you came? Like the full route back where you came? All right, let me... Yeah, I got you. Oh, I'm drawing arrows so now everybody knows where you are. My bad. Anyway, where are you guys headed after you go north? Because you don't find them up that way. Yeah, I assume so too. True. I don't know why this map is so slow when you guys are moving. Like, I can't scroll it at all. Ooh, maybe it's time for me to try VSync. VSync 3? Let's see if that does it. Oh, wow. My entire screen resized. Cool. Definitely what I was going for. All right, you didn't find him north. I don't know where you're going now. Okay, it yawns before you. Not seeing him. Yeah. It's not that you can't stand it. It's just like, to you, it pretty much doesn't exist. Hey, that's funny. Where are you trying to go right now, just so I know? Okay. Dwarf was there once upon a time. I see you guys are all headed. Okay, that's where you killed Jim. I don't remember his name, but and the whole party's together, right? Like we're just like it's fine. You don't all have to drag yourselves around, but you're all following Marlo, right? A monkey, or no? Was that a different floor? I don't remember. All right, so you're basically searching this whole north area, right? Okay. And one second. Where are you headed? No, no, not at all. Because Dave's all over the north, and I just want to know, like, it's possible you end up walking right by them while they're all up in the north section. Were you going back upstairs or downstairs? Okay. All right, stop moving, Dave. Jesus. All right. Basically, basically, I'm trying to figure out if he ends up walking by you when you were up in that north section. Um, we're gonna give it about a 40% chance that he sees the light because I don't think he'd ever see you guys directly, but you guys all have various lights out, right? All right. So, dwarf, you're probably just about to go back down the stairs when you guys all meet up about where most of the party is right now. You see the light coming. Well, I guess it depends how you might react to that light, but you would have seen light coming from the north and probably heard them tromping around. Hmm. Well, I can't help it. There was a 13% chance for random encounter and a 3% chance of bugbears. You just you hit the jackpot. All right, you guys feel complete as a team again. In general, what's your plan now? I mean, we got 20 minutes left. You could definitely go back down to all those items and statues and let Histon play for a while. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. They're not even the part. That's fun. Anyhow, man, this map is. I wonder if it's all the blood I have on this map. Somehow slowing things down because I don't remember it being this slow originally. Maybe. God, wouldn't that be great? That'd be awful. I'd have to restart Wolfenstein. That would take minutes. Yeah. Or at the very least, you sent it back to the plane it was from. Demons in 1E are scary. Demons in 2E are not very scary. And I use the 1E demon because, demons should be scary. Man, he had this big horn on his head and there was never an attack that used it. What's up with that? I guess just after he kills you, he mounts your head on his head like a hat. All right, you're going back downstairs. Let me delete this map that's super slow. Yeah, pull open the other one. Put everybody on it. I'm going to drag you all. No, that's not going to work. If I do it with 8 of you, it's just going to put you everywhere. Where's your stairway? I see it. All right. Wickle, Sven, Marlowe, Histon. I probably have to wiggle you all in a minute. Hank, Fafner, Dwarf, Dodge. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. Hopefully you all can see. Man, if my gets that slow when you're all moving without light, I wonder what's going to happen when you all have light sources. All right, everybody spreading out. I love it. All right. Well, that is the worst heal ever. So you had already found some scrolls. I think I already had in the party sheet like ink and paper and stuff like that. I mean, that's it. I'm not going to drag spoons and decanters and cauldrons and all that stuff on there. But I mean, that stuff's all in the room. No particular thing is like that one thing is valuable. Like, but as a collection as a whole, if you hauled everything out of here, like you basically have an alchemist slot. Yeah, there were, but in terms of loose papers, there's not nothing that's like the secret doors in the west wall, or there's nothing stands out as that's great. Yeah, don't forget this and destroy it after you read it. Yeah. Now it's 1, 2, 3. Uh, hey Andrew, I identified the divine scroll for you, since you don't need read magic for those. Where? What are we at? God knows, like a trophy, I think. Let's see. There are heads of all sorts on the wall. I guess whoever made the map decided to put like a big friggin' triceratops. Like I don't know what that thing is. To tell you the truth, we'll go with dragon head. It's a dragon head, probably. All right. This was the locked door. I believe. Let me double check. You might see light coming from the other side. Maybe. Yes. Yes. There's something walking around in there, and you kind of hear. Let me double check. What? You also think you hear chains clanking together. And actually, we're just going to stop there because maybe we'll have lighting next week. Yeah, stop there. Did you see your scroll, Hank, by the way? I mean, that sounds like the best idea. He did have the chance to portal in another one, and I thought about trying it, but that just seemed like a dick move. But that's my favorite thing with demons is they all have the percent chance to gate in more demons. All right. Dodge is down a few hit points, Hank's down a few, Sven's down a few, but no one looks too bad. We'll pick up there next week. And you guys killed the demon. Congratulations. The thing was only 9 hit dice, but it had a good AC and good damage resistance. Does anyone need this opener? Can I shut it down? All right. All right. Well, I'm hoping next week we have lighting, but I've been hoping that for 2 months now. So yeah, it's platinum per. Yeah. Yep. And I wrote it somewhere, but it must have just been like in general chat. I was gonna say like no more than okay, no more than half your level can come from money. That said, if you're already at 90% of your level, you could still buy that much experience. You know what I mean? The goal is you don't just skip a level by paying for it, essentially. Unless you're a protege, then, um, they essentially skip levels anyway. So you can do like half with gold, half just funneling it to them, and then, they never earned any of their own, and that's fine. I mean, it is still half. It's just their other half comes from the character, I guess, if you do it that ever. I gave out experience for the Roper and the Demon and the Bugbears. Wasn't there something else you fought? No. The Blanket Monster. I think I gave that up. I think we're good. Hi. Chloe, you gotta go out? Go potty. Yeah, you guys. If I was just doing it for treasure, you guys would probably have leveled by now, rather than waiting to spend it. It's really a pain in the ass doing it that way, though. Oh, let me stop the stream.